Hello everybody, here I am again, and today I'm going to talk about what my changes would be or expansions would be to the Disneyland park. Of course, we're talking about Disneyland Park in Disneyland Paris, as I have only visited this one and I only know this park well. Saying that, I think the entrance and the exit is fine like it is. I wouldn't change anything of it. Main Street USA I absolutely love. I think it's cozy, it's beautiful, it's pretty, it's everything you can imagine. I mean, I can't see it differently, so I don't want to change anything about it. It's literally perfect to me. So Central Plaza, I love that place. I think it's so beautiful, so pretty. They change it around every season. Now it's for the 25th, so they're not going to change it around every season, but normally they change it around, like with Halloween. Hi cat. With Halloween, with Easter, like spring, summer, they change it around quite a lot and it's always very pretty. Same with our castle. I would never change our castle for any other castle in the world, any other Disney castle. I think ours is so beautiful and so perfect. It fits our park perfectly as well, and I love the colours of it. It's just amazing. Then we're going over to Fantasyland. Fantasyland has Le Carrousel de Lancelot. It's a very classic cat. If you hear background noises, my cats are just deciding they want to eat right now and want to play with Primark bags and stuff like that. So sorry for the noises. It's a very classic one. I mean, it's different themed a little bit, but you find this in almost every Disneyland park, so I will not touch it. L'Auberge Cendrillon, I mentioned it as the only restaurant I think on my list, like as an existent one, because I think it's too expensive for the menu, and I don't like the menu on it. I'm not a fan of it, so I would love this to be like a la carte kind of dining experience. Then the Snow White rides, I love the classic dark rides, so I won't touch them. Same with the Pinocchio one, won't touch it, love it. Dumbo the Flying Elephant is a classic and one of my favourites. Like, for me, Fantasyland is not Fantasyland without the Dumbos. Classic, pretty, colourful, love it. If you go in it, you have the most beautiful look on the castle and Space Mountain. I just love it so much that I will definitely not touch that. Peter Pan's Flight, I would not touch. One of my favourites again, a classic one. It is amazing. Then there would be an expansion space behind Toad Hall, next to Meet Mickey, behind the railroad. So this could be quite a large expansion. I will try to show it on maps again. If it's possible to also remove the things or replace the things, you will see that I marked on there. Then it would be quite a lot of space. I would love to see a Little Mermaid ride or something there. I would love to see that. We have Meet Mickey. I love that addition, that you can meet Mickey Mouse every single day. Like, all the hours of the day the park is open, not all the hours, but almost all the hours. It's just perfect opinion to meet Mickey Mouse. It would be very difficult before to meet him. You would be every day meeting people, but the line would be insanely long. It was when it just opened, but it's not that bad anymore. And when you go there, you can watch like old school Mickey Mouse clips. I mean, you know, like kind of the series that we used to have, what I think is amazing. So I love that place, so definitely not gonna touch that. Then we have the maze of Alice in Wonderland. I love that. Where it has the sea cups. I love that. I just love that area. It's so well themed around Alice in Wonderland. I just love it. Then we have Casey Junior Le Petit Train de Cirque. Also amazing, very beautiful. Together with Le Pays de Contes de Fées or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. Same, very beautiful, cute. It's a bit like, how do I have to say, it's not themed well around it because it's just like a basic road that leads a bit off of the basic bit of the park, and then you come to these two attractions, but they float very well into each other, what I like a lot. Then we have the Pavilion de Princess, and this one, or the Princess Pavilion, needs to expand. It needs to expand, it needs to have more rooms than 2, and I think it should be somewhere where you at least meet 2 or more princesses, and it should be known which ones. And I prefer these princesses. Ow! Okay, that's my cat. You got the fly? Good girl! Eat it though. So there was a fly on my feet apparently, and my cat just got the fly and she's kind of playing with it, biting it. Well done though. That fly was annoying me so much in my other video. Don't let it escape. It's still alive. Take it. Melska, don't let it escape. My God! Where is it? Oh my God, she let it go. No. Okay, anyway. So yeah, the Princess Pavilion needs to expand, needs more capacity, or needs like, I don't really want to say it, but more doubles or something, so more people can meet at the same time. Doesn't matter, or it has to work with fast passes, I don't really care, but it needs to change a lot. It needs to be bigger, it needs to have more princesses, it needs to have a system that works better than what it is right now, because the lines are insane. It's a Small World classic. I love the one we have. Wouldn't change it. Then we have an expansion space between Sir Mickey's Boutique and Fantasia Gelati. I would love to see a Winnie the Pooh themed area there, because it's not a big area, and have like the Winnie the Pooh characters meet and greeting there, like every time of the year. That would be amazing, won't it? I'm looking down because I wrote all this stuff down on papers because it's a lot, so that's why. There we go, over to Discoveryland. Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast. I love that ride. I won't take it away for anything, except if we could put this to Toy Story Land, like the kind of same ride, because I just love it so much. I wouldn't like to see it gone. And then have this kind of type of ride as a Star Wars theme. That would be so cool. Like, you know, they have lightsabers, but they also have like shooting things, like Princess Leia and Han Solo and stuff, like shooting things. Don't know how they're called, so probably like a laser blast or... But it looks so cool. It would be amazing ride. Star Wars themed as well. That's why I just said that. There's expansion space behind Plaza Gardens. I've not really put anything else there, but I will come back on that later. Then Orbitron. You know, I would say we can let it go because we have the Dumbos, but I think the aesthetic of it, like the look, the view, it's so pretty in Discoveryland, so that's why I wouldn't take it away. Like that in Space Mountain in the back of it, I think it has something so pretty, so beautiful, especially if the sun is shining on it. That's why I would just leave it there, just for the aesthetics. And it's an extra ride, isn't it? And it's like just in the middle. What could we do there except for making like a terrace or something? So we have Autopia. This one, I like it, but I think we could get a better Cars ride. Again, if you would get that, or you will have seen in my studios video. If you're not, I will link it down below. I will try to think about something, I don't know, or something here. I've talked about that. I would love to see a proper Cars Land with like a proper racing ride. If we have that, I don't think Autopia is needed anymore. And then we have a lot of space for new attractions, or to update this to something more Star Wars related again. But I don't see how we can, I don't know how we can make from cars and roads something Star Wars, except, no, it doesn't really make sense. It should be like spaceships and spaceships on roads. That's a bit weird. But anyway, I think this doesn't need to be there if we have like a cooler, better race or car attraction. But I think it's really needed if we don't have that, because a car attraction is something that is very nice for kids. Like I as a kid love this kind of rides, and I still do the day after day. So I think it's a very good family ride. So I won't take it away if you don't get anything else in the place. Let's put it that way. Then we have Space Mountain, or at the moment Hyperspace Mountain. Of course I'm not touching that. I love it. The building is perfect, amazing, beautiful. I just love it. Discoveryland Theatre, it now has a Star Wars show or film kind of thing in it, and like an experience. But I'm coming back on this later, because I might remove or like put the theatre somewhere else, but I will come later on that. Then we have Star Tours, of course, just all new, very pretty, very beautiful, amazing. Not doing anything with that. The Jedi Training Academy, I just love that. I mean, we can't do it because we're not the age anymore, but if I was a kid, I would love to do that, and I love to watch the show, so definitely not touching that. Cafe Hyperion is very beautiful on its own as well. Could we over-team it Star Wars? Probably we could if we really wanted to, but I think it's very beautiful in itself, and I would rather to see something separate than what I'm going to talk about later again. Then we have Starport, where you can meet Darth Vader. I love that idea as well. I would love to see more meet and greets happening, like Chewbacca, and more like Kylo Ren, Stormtroopers, like proper meet and greet spots for them would be amazing as well. You can also do an expansion behind Star Tours and Cafe Hyperion, and also an expansion behind Space Mountain, and the place that used to be Pizza Planet one time. I was like, use all the expansion places that we have there together to make ourselves a Star Wars land, because I would love Star Wars land in Disneyland Paris. I'm so desperate for it. I would love Star Wars land, so please, please, let's make Star Wars land. And I don't want to give up Discoveryland because I love that as well. I love the theming, I love the colours. As I said, like Orbitron, Space Mountain and stuff. I love it, but I mean, Space Mountain can be Space Mountain from the outside and still Star Wars inside. Orbitron, we probably can even make Star Wars themed from that, but I don't know if it would be that pretty anymore then. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to give up Discoveryland, but on the other side, it would be an amazing Star Wars land. If you see what they did to the Star Tours parts, you just know how cool it could be. I would love to see like Cantina for food then. So as I said, next to it, Cafe Hyperion, a Star Wars kind of food place. I would put all the Star Wars shows here, so see that you have a stage there to do like the things they do in studios now there. That needs to happen. They need to have something where they can project that amazing Star Wars show on, like the Tower of Terror thing. They have to find something else to do that on. And as I said, more rides that are Star Wars themed and more character meet and greets, like proper ones, like the Darth Vader one. That is what needs to happen. Then we have Fantasyland. Fantasyland has Phantom Manor. This needs to update in my opinion. I absolutely love it. As a kid, I was blown away by it, but now it's a bit old, kind of, and the special effects can be better for, like, should be better now, so I think they should update that one. Big Thunder Mountain, not changing that because it just has like been refurbed and it's my favourite ride, or one of my favourite rides ever. Then we have the Pocahontas Indian Village, and then I asked myself, sorry if you're a Pocahontas fan, couldn't we do something better with this space? Because I don't really know why it is there, to be honest. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I would love to see something else there. And this, together with expansion space between Pocahontas Village and the Chaparral Theatre or something like that, plus the expansion space behind Cowboy Cookout, Barbecue, I would think take this together again and try to make it like a Frozen themed area. Why? I'm not a Frozen fan, but I think you could like do a very well themed area around Frozen, and especially for the newer generation is gonna be amazing. And it's like very far back from where everything is happening in the park, so I think if you would make a proper Frozen area from it with like a lot to do, lots of rides, shops, meet and greets, show, then there will be so many people, or so much more people drawn to that part of the park, so it's not like overcrowded in Fantasyland anymore. That the cookout barbecue thing could maybe become like a Frozen themed type of buffet restaurant. And there should also be, of course, as I said, the Frozen attraction should be there, like a boat ride, and like the meet and greet where you can meet Anna and Elsa like every day from that time till that time. Like you can kind of in the Princess Pavilion, but then they're specific for Anna and Elsa. Then I will go over to Adventureland. We have Indiana Jones et le Temple de Péril there. And there's a lot of expansion space next and behind Indiana Jones. Why? There's been rumored that was actually, how do you call it? That was kind of reserved for the Indiana Jones ride we know at Disneyland. And because of budget reasons, we put like the roller coaster down and the other one never happened. I would love to see that still happen. Get that good, proper Indiana Jones ride there. And hopefully if we have space enough, I would also love to see Splash Mountain into Adventureland, because I think of all the lands we have, Splash Mountain would fit best in Adventureland. Then we have Pirates of the Caribbean there, just updated, not done it yet, but of course Pirates of the Caribbean I would not touch. It's going to be amazing now, and it was amazing. Then we have Pirate Beach, what's kind of just a play area, just for the theming, it's amazing. And then we have like the Robinson thing, cabin, whatever, caban, that I never kind of do it. It's pretty again, so for the aesthetics I just would leave it there, and for the kids it's fun to do, because I used to be there, like spent a lot of time around Paris Beach, around Paris Beach, the Robinson thing, and then the school like rock. I was there all the time. What I would like to see is an opening show for the park, with Mickey and his friends just before the park opens, like in front of the castle. I would love to see that, like Disney World does. I would also love to see the Famous Five have their set meet and greet locations, like location all year round. There should also be a photographer, I think, by every character you can meet, but it's not now the case. Like with Minnie there is one, I believe, and there's also one on the other side of before you enter Main Street USA, and then you have sort of a few randomers where there is like a photographer with you and the others aren't, and it has to be like with your phone. Sometimes the lighting there is not great, so you won't get the best pictures, and I think that you should be able to purchase your pictures with every character you meet. Like proper meeting spots should have a own photographer. Then we have the castle, but it's very pretty. Everyone wants the picture taken there. We barely ever have photographers there again. I think they should be there daily between some hours. That's just my opinion. And then more pictures taken on rides. There's a lack of like PhotoPass pictures taken on rides. So since the PhotoPass exists, I think they should up this as well. I think It's a Small World should get one, Peter Pan's Flight, Indiana Jones, Phantom Manor, Crush Coaster and Ratatouille. And this is kind of my changes to the Disneyland park. I know it's not too many changes, but it's just a nice park in general. But it's what I would do to it. What would you change to it? If you could like choose one thing you could change to it, one thing you could do to it, like no matter what, you don't have to think about space and stuff, because what I would do then is having the Tron coaster in Discoveryland, but I know that that's probably like impossible. And what is something you could miss, something that can go away and you won't bother or you won't miss? That's what I want to know from you in the comments below. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye bye!